News: Donald Trump caved. And now the government, and then, on Friday, he did exactly that. The parameters of the deal are this: the government will reopen for 3 weeks until February the 15th so that negotiations by a bipartisan conference committee can begin about how much money should be allocated for border security and, specifically, for Trump's wall. The deal to reopen. Prior to Trump's speech announcing the end of the shutdown, his aides sought to portray this deal as a win for Trump in that he is calling Democrats' bluff to begin talks about funding the wall. In the speech itself, that based on, well, reality, that is not an accurate characterization of either the deal or Democrats' views on the necessity of a wall along our southern border. The government shutdown, which began on December the 22nd, was the direct result of Trump's insistence that he needed $5.7 billion in federal funding to build a border wall. Democrats refused, and, throughout the shutdown, Trump repeatedly harped on the need for wall money to bring about any compromise to reopen the government. Then there was on January the 22nd, just 3 days ago, without. Despite his attempts, there is simply no way to spin this as anything other than what Trump pledged he will do earlier this week. He said he would not. Could that change? Sure. So why did he do it? Simple: the pressure from Senate Republicans, his own concerns about his political future, and the increasing impacts of the shutdown combined into a toxic mixture that not even Trump could stomach. On Thursday afternoon, when 6 Senate Republicans, including several incumbents expected to be major Democratic targets in 2020, broke ranks with Trump to side with Democrats on a show vote that would have reopened the government for 2 weeks. The message from that message dovetailed with a series of recent national polls that have shown three things consistently. 1. A majority of Americans blame Trump and Republicans for the government shutdown. 2. A majority of Americans do not believe the wall is a realistic solution to the country's immigration problems. And 3. Trump's approval ratings were nearing their all-time lows. In a release Friday, this was, simply put, a losing hand for Trump. And so, he let. He can say that or anything else he wants. But it does change the facts. Which are these? Trump said he will agree to reopen the government without a promise of $5.7 billion in wall funding. He got a total of